Hilong-hilo ka na ba dahil math hirap ang lessons nyo? Math dali lang yan. Subscribe ka lang sa channel ko at malalaman mo that math is fun. Welcome back to my YouTube channel and welcome to our new subscribers. If you haven't subscribed yet, click on the subscribe button and also the notification bell so that you'll be updated on my next math tutorial. For this particular math tutorial, we're gonna talk about the topics on week 4 following the Math 4's most essential learning competencies. But before we proceed, we're gonna have a short review on different topics that you need to know first before you understand the lessons in this math tutorial. Let's start with discussing the parts of division equation. As you can see on your screen, our example is 25 divided by 8 equals 3 remainder 1, where 25 is the dividend, 8 is the divisor, 3 is the quotient, and 1 is the remainder. And now we are going to have a short discussion on simple division procedure, because in this math tutorial, we're gonna have to answer different division equations. The first step that we need to follow in answering a simple division equation is to divide the dividend by the divisor. Then write the answer on the top. On our example, the dividend is 25, while 8 is the divisor. So 25 divided by 8 equals 3. The next step is to multiply the quotient with the divisor. Then write the answer below the dividend. The quotient on our example is 3, and the divisor is 8. So 3 times 8 equals 24. Finally, we have to subtract the dividend by the product of quotient and divisor. So 25 minus 24 equals 1. What you are seeing on your screen is the other way to present division equation. So 3 is the quotient, which is the answer in division. 25 is the dividend, wherein it is the number that we divided by the divisor. 8 is the divisor, the number that we use to divide the dividend. And 1 is the remainder, which is the number that is left after division process. And now we're going to talk about the greatest common factor, or GCF. It is also known as the greatest common divisor since it is the largest number that can be divided by numerator and denominator. We use GCF in simplifying fraction or changing fraction into lowest term, which is it is one of our topics in this math tutorial. Next, we are going to have a review on the types of fractions. First is the proper fraction. Next is improper fraction. And third is mixed number. In proper fraction, the numerator is less than the denominator. Examples are 2/5 and 6/11. As you can see on your screen, 2, which is the numerator, is less than the denominator 5, and 6 is less than 11. They are examples of proper fraction. On the other hand, improper fraction is the reverse of proper fraction because its numerator is greater than the denominator. Examples are 7/4 and 14/5. As you can see, 7, which is the numerator, is greater than 4, the denominator, and 14 is also greater than 5. They are examples of improper fraction. Mixed number consists of a whole number and a proper fraction. Examples: 4 and 1/3, 2 and 4/7. On the first example, 4 is the whole number and 1/3 is the proper fraction. On the second example, 2 is the whole number and 4/7 is the proper fraction. They are example of mixed number. we are going to talk about two topics. First is to change mixed number to improper fraction and improper fraction to mixed number. Second is to change fraction in its lowest term. Let us read the most essential learning competency on our first topic. Changes improper fraction to mixed numbers and vice versa. Let us first discuss how to change improper fraction to mixed number. Let us discuss first the step-by-step procedure on how to change improper fraction to mixed number before we give an example. First, we have to divide the numerator by the denominator and just follow the division procedure. After division, the quotient will be the whole number, the remainder will be the numerator, and the denominator is the same, so we're just going to copy it. Before we proceed in showing an example, please take note of this important reminder. If there is no remainder, the answer is whole number and not a mixed number. Our example number 1 is 22/3. First is we are going to divide the numerator by the denominator. So 22 divided by 3 equals 7. 7 times 3, 21. 22 minus 21 equals 1. So after the division procedure, we are going to follow the next step that was mentioned earlier. The quotient or the answer in division will be our whole number. The remainder will be the new numerator. And we are just going to copy the denominator, which is 3. So our answer is 7 1/3. It means that if we convert 22/3 in mixed number, the answer is 7 1/3. Our example number 2 is 7/5. Once again, we are going to divide the numerator by the denominator. So that is 7 divided by 5 equals 1. And then 1 times 5 equals 5. 7 minus 5 equals 2. So now, our answer will be 1, 2, and 5. So in converting 7/5 in mixed number, the answer is 1 2/5. Our third example is 12/3. So we are going to divide 12 by 3. 12 divided by 3 equals 4. And then 4 times 3 equals 12. 12 minus 12 equals 0. So what do you think will be our answer? Is it 4 0/3? The answer is no. Because as I have mentioned on the important reminder, if there is no remainder, the answer will just be a whole number and not a mixed number. So on this particular item, the answer is just 4. So 12/3 is equal to 4. Our fourth example is 15/10. So we are going to divide 15 by 10. 15 divided by 10 equals 1. And 1 times 10 equals 10. 15 minus 10 equals 5. So after the division procedure, our answer will be 1 5/10. The answer in division, which is the quotient, is the whole number, the remainder is the new numerator, and then we just copied the denominator from the improper fraction to be the denominator on our mixed number. Our example number 5 is 17/10. So we're going to do the same procedure, which is to divide the numerator by the denominator. So 17 divided by 10 equals 1. Then 1 times 10 equals 10. 17 minus 10 equals 7. So after the division, we are going to write the mixed number here. The whole number, is the quotient, or the quotient is the whole number. And then the remainder is the new numerator. And just copy the denominator. So our answer is 1 and 7/10. Our next example is 14/6. So 14 divided by 6 equals 2. 2 times 6 equals 12. And then 14 minus 12 equals 2. So after the division, once again, the quotient or the answer in division is the whole number. The remainder is the new numerator. And we're just going to copy the denominator, which is 6. So the answer is 2 and 2/6. Our seventh example is 6/4. So 6 divided by 4 equals 1. 1 times 4 is 4. And then 6 minus 4 is 2. So our answer will be, the whole number is 1 because that is the quotient. The numerator is 2 because that is the remainder. And then just copy 4 as the denominator. So the answer is 1 and 2/4. Our next example is 9/4. So 9 divided by 4 is 2. 2 times 4 is 8. And then 9 minus 8 is 1. So after division, the quotient will be the whole number. The remainder is the new numerator. And then just copy the denominator. So the answer is 2 and 1/4. Our ninth example is 11/7. So let's divide 11 by 7. 11 divided by 7 is 1. 1 times 7 is 7. 11 minus 7 equals 4. So after the division, the answer will be 1 as a whole number, 4 is the numerator, and just copy the denominator 7. So our final answer is 1 and 4/7. Our last example is 18/6. 18 divided by 6 equals 3. 3 times 6 equals 18. 18 minus 18 equals 0. So once again, our remainder is 0. So therefore, if the remainder is 0, the answer will not be a mixed number, but just a whole number. So on this item, our answer is just 3. Now we are going to proceed on the next part of our first topic, which is changing mixed number to improper fraction. Let us discuss the step-by-step procedure in changing mixed number to improper fraction. First, we are going to multiply the denominator with the whole number, and the product will be added with the numerator, and the answer will be the new numerator. The denominator of the mixed number is still the denominator of the improper fraction. That is why we are just going to copy it. Our first example is 2 and 3/4. So following the step-by-step procedure that I have mentioned earlier, we are going to multiply first the denominator with the whole number. So that is 4 times 2 equals 8. So the product, which is 8, will be added with the numerator. 8 plus 3 equals 11. And this answer will be the new numerator. And we are just going to copy the denominator. So on this item, our answer is 11/4. Our example number 2 is 2 and 3/7. So once again, the first thing to do is to multiply the denominator with the whole number. So that is 7 times 2 equals 14. And then this product will be added to the numerator. So 14 plus 3 equals 17. So this answer will be our new numerator. And then we are just going to copy the denominator. So our answer is 17/7. Our third example is 4 and 2/8. So let's multiply 8 with 4. So 8 times 4 equals 32. And then let's add the product 32 plus 2. So 32 plus 2 equals 34. And that will be our new numerator. And then just copy the denominator. The answer is 34/8. Our fourth example is 3 and 6/7. So let's multiply 7 with 3. So 21. And then we are going to add the product with the numerator, which is 6. So 21 plus 6 equals 27. And then just copy the denominator 7. Our answer is 27/7. Our fifth example is 5 and 3/4. So let's multiply first 4 and 5. 4 times 5 equals 20. And then this product will be added to the numerator, which is 3. 20 plus 3 equals 23. And this will be our new numerator. And then we're just going to copy the denominator 4. So our answer is 23/4. Our next example is 9 and 1/2. So let's multiply 2 and 9. 2 times 9 equals 18. And then this product will be added to the numerator. 18 plus 1 equals 19. So this answer will be our new numerator. And then just copy the denominator, which is 2. Our answer will be 19/2. Our next example is 4 and 2/5. Let's multiply the denominator 5 with 4, which is the whole number. So the answer is 20. So we are going to add the product to the numerator 2. So 20 plus 2 equals 22, and that will be the new numerator. And then let's copy 5 as denominator. So our answer is 22 fifths. Our eighth example is 5 and 3/10. So 10 times 5 equals 50. And then let's add 50 and 3. The answer is 53. And then let's copy the denominator 10. So our final answer is 53/10. Our example number 9 is 3 and 2/11. So 11 times 3 equals 33. And then let's add it with 2. The answer is 35. And that will be our new numerator. And then just copy the denominator 11. So the final answer is 35/11. Our final example in changing mixed number to improper fraction is 7 and 6/10. So once again, we are going to multiply the denominator with the whole number. So that's 10 times 7 equals 70. So this product will be added to the numerator. 70 plus 6 equals 76. And this will be our new numerator. And then we just have to copy the denominator. And our answer is 76/10. And now we are going to talk about the second topic on this video. Let's read first the competency. Changes fractions to lowest forms. And now we are going to discuss on how to change fractions to its lowest term. But before we proceed in giving an example, let's read first these important reminders. Fraction is in lowest term if and only if the only common factor of the numerator and denominator is 1. If a fraction is not yet in lowest term, solve for the GCF of the numerator and denominator, then divide. Our first example is 3/15. The first thing to do is to look for the numerator and the denominator. Do they still have a common factor beside 1? If the answer is yes, we have to solve for the GCF of 3 and 15. I already have a math tutorial on how to find the GCF using 3 methods. If you're interested, I will put the link below so that you can check on that. But on this particular video, I'm going to look for the GCF of the examples using continuous division. So let's see. So in continuous division, we have to look for the common factor of the numerator and the denominator. So the common factor of 3 and 15 is 3. 3 divided by 3 equals 1. And then 15 divided by 3 equals 5. Do 1 and 5 still have a common factor? If the answer is yes, we have to look for the common factor of it and then divide it both. If the answer is no, therefore our GCF is 3. In this case, There is no other factor of 1 and 5 beside 1. Therefore, the GCF of 3 and 15 is 3. Since this is the GCF, we have to divide it both in numerator and denominator. So 3 divided by 3 is 1, and 15 divided by 3 is 5. Therefore, the lowest term of 3/15 is 1/5. Our second example is 2/4. Do 2 and 4 still have a common factor beside 1? The answer is yes. So we have to look for the GCF of 2 and 4. So once again, we are going to use continuous division. So what is the common factor of 2 and 4? 2. So 2 divided by 2 equals 1. And then 4 divided by 2 equals 2. Since there is no common factor of 1 and 2 beside 1, therefore our GCF is 2. So we are going to divide the GCF with the numerator and the denominator. So 2 divided by 2 equals 1. And then 4 divided by 2 equals 2. Therefore, the lowest term of 2/4 is 1/2. Our third example is a mixed number, which is 3 and 2/8. On this particular example, we just have to look for the GCF of the fraction. So let's solve for the GCF of 2 and 8. So what is the common factor of 2 and 8? 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. And then 8 divided by 2 is 4. Is there any other common factor of 1 and 4 beside 1? The answer is no. Therefore, the GCF of 2 and 8 is 2. So let's divide 2 divided by 2 equals 1. And then 8 divided by 2 equals 4. And then, we are going to copy the whole number here. So there's no need for us to simplify the whole number because it is a whole number. So we just have to simplify the fraction. So our answer is 3 and 1/4. So the lowest term of 3 and 2/8 is 3 and 1/4. Our example number 4 is 10/46. So let's look for the GCF of 10 and 46. So since they are both even number, therefore 2 is their common factor. So 10 divided by 2 equals 5. 46 divided by 2 equals 23. Is there any other common factor of 5 and 23 beside 1? The answer is none. So therefore, the GCF of 10 and 46 is 2. So let's divide 10 and 46 by 2. 10 divided by 2 equals 5, and then 23. Therefore, the lowest term of 10/46 is 5/23. Our fifth example is 12/18. So let's look for the GCF of 12 and 18. So let's try 2 as their common factor. 12 divided by 2 is 6. And then 18 divided by 2 is 9. Is there any other common factor of 6 and 9 beside 1? The answer is yes. It is 3. 6 divided by 3 is 2. And then 9 divided by 3 equals 3. Is there any other common factor of 2 and 3 beside 1? The answer is none. So therefore, the GCF of 12 and 18 is 2 times 3 equals 6. So let's divide 12 and 18 by 6. 12 divided by 6 is 2. 18 divided by 6 is 3. Therefore, the lowest term of 12/18 is 2/3. Our next example is an improper fraction, which is 9/4. In simplifying improper fraction, we have to convert it to mixed number. So let's divide 9 by 4. 9 divided by 4 is 2. And then 2 times 4 is 8. 9 minus 8 is 1. So this quotient will be our whole number. The remainder is the new numerator. And then just copy the denominator. So the lowest term of 9/4 is 2 and 1/4. Our seventh example is 6/15. So let's look for the GCF of 6 and 15. What is their common factor? 3. So 6 divided by 3 equals 2. 15 divided by 3 equals 5. Is there any other common factor of 2 and 5 beside 1? The answer is none. So therefore, the GCF of 6 and 15 is 3. So let's divide it by 6 and 15. 6 divided by 3 is 2. And then 15 divided by 3 equals 5. Therefore, the lowest term of 6/15 is 2/5. Our eighth example is 12/30. So let's look for the GCF of 12 and 30. Let's give a common factor of 12 and 30. 3. 12 divided by 3 is 4. And then 30 divided by 3 is 10. Is there any other common factor of 4 and 10 beside 1? The answer is yes, which is 2. So 4 divided by 2 equals 2. And then 10 divided by 2 is 5. Is there any other common factor of 2 and 5 beside 1? The answer is none. So therefore, the GCF of 12 and 30 is 3 times 2. And the answer is 6. So let's divide 12 and 30 by 6. So 12 divided by 6 is 2. And 30 divided by 6 equals 5. Therefore, the lowest term of 12/30 is 2/5. Our next example is 11/33. So let's look for the GCF of 11 and 33. What is the common factor of 11 and 33? The answer is 11. 11 divided by 11 is 1. 33 divided by 11 is 3. And then 1 and 3. Is there any other common factor of 1 and 3 beside 1? The answer is none. Therefore, the GCF of 11 and 33 is 11. So let's divide it here. So 11 divided by 11 is 1. 33 divided by 11 is 3. Therefore, the lowest term of 11/33 is 1/3. Our final example is 2/7. So let's look for the GCF of 2 and 7. Is there any other common factor of 2 and 7 beside 1? The answer is no. Therefore, the GCF of 2 and 7 is 1. It means that 2/7 is already simplified. And that concludes our math tutorial on this video. Don't forget to like, share, and comment down below on your thoughts and video suggestions. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit on the notification bell so that you'll be updated on my next upload. Thank you so much for watching and see you on my next Math Daling lesson.
Peter Pan, that's what they call me. I promise that you'll never be lonely.